if you and I had known that earlier on, it probably would have made a huge difference. And that's why we bring that to the women in the club. Like, we want you to play within your capacity, but we also want you to show the fuck up and not let your feelings derail you. Because let's be honest, the majority of the time, I don't feel like doing the stuff that needs to be done for the business.
Oh
Do
no.
I do it? Yeah, the fuck I do.
No matter
Because
what.
no
No
matter
matter
what,
what.
no matter what,
Oh, hello.
we're talking about me tits. Most of the time.
Girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
Yeah. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting like excited.
I do actually.
Need the tequila.
Exactly. Nothing like a good bang session.
Welcome back, everybody. We have a quickie today.
Quickie for you. How delicious. I can't wait.
No foreplay today, my friends.
Nope, just right in. No lube.
Get ready. 1, 2, 3, bang. You basically like go to a date and you sit down and you're like, hey, nice to meet you. Tell me about you a little bit. And then it's like, did you want to leave now and go home and fuck?
You want to fuck? You know what? I've seen that happen on TV shows, and I'm probably almost 100% certain I've done that in real life.
Fuck off.
Like,
Are you
but like,
serious?
yeah, but like in my 20s, like I
Okay.
was a very different human back then. And like I wanted what I wanted, and like if I just wanted to fuck, like I didn't want to fuck around and like just like placated in a date. I'm like, that's not why we're here. Like, we're here to fuck. Like, let's go do that. Like, come on. Chop chop.
He's like, I just wanted to get to know you.
And like, well, the thing is, he already would have known me because I don't fuck strangers. Like, so it would have been like we've gone on a couple dates. No, I
If I've
really
known them for 3 minutes, then technically they're not a stranger.
yeah, that never felt right to me, but I was like, at least like a date or two, like in the bag, and then once I'm like, okay,
Sure.
you're not a psycho.
And even if you are, it's kind of hot, so.
Yeah, it depends what kind of psycho you are.
Okay, so on that note, the topic today is completely polar from this one. It is do not get out hustled by a 3-year-old
And
and an
8-year-old.
8-year-old.
Mm-hmm. We have some budding entrepreneurs here in the family, Christine's daughters, and they really they took it up a couple notches when you guys went camping last week. And I've just been so obsessed. Like when you told me the story, I'm like, of course, this is what they would do, and of course, like it would unfold the way that it did. And also, like, there's just no fucking excuse for an adult to be sitting on the sidelines of their own life and not generating what they're here to generate if a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old can go out and fucking hustle and make some money from selling rocks.
Now, granted, my 12-year-old niece was there as well, but it doesn't matter. If you're
Doesn't
getting out
matter.
and hustled by a fucking 12-year-old, 8-year-old, and 3-year-old combined. So they're like the dream team, okay?
Yeah.
So we're up camping in the Okanagan. And, we're off. We got the lake. I'm thinking we want to go play. It's like fucking 37 degrees. It's so
Yeah,
hot,
hot.
right? It is spicy hot.
For our American
So,
friends, that's like 100 degrees.
yeah, plus. So it's like we're out. They get up. They get this idea. They want to make cash. Okay, you know why they want to make cash? There's a
Candy.
fucking clubhouse that sells candy.
Yeah, yeah.
It is candy extravaganza everywhere.
Uh-huh.
There's freezies. There's fucking Magnum bars. There's
Treats.
also treat yourself. There's like this the toilet, the pebbles and like the toilet seats come out. It's like the most ridiculous big chew, like all the old school stuff. Okay. I don't even know. They might have had Popeyes, which is like super savage. I don't even know. Maybe you like the cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah. I loved hacking those as a
I
kid.
know. I was like,
No wonder I started smoking.
how fucking twisted is that? So they want candy. And listen, I'll give them, some candy. I'm not psycho. I will give them some candy to go
Sure.
play and, I get lots of treats and all that. But they were like, they wanted autonomy. They wanted to be able to go to the store on their fucking scooter. They wanted to be scooter gang, roll to the store and buy whatever the fuck they want without having to ask. So I'm getting up one day. I'm like getting ready to go to the fucking lake. And I'm like, where are the kids? They have set up shop at the RV camper. They have
Oh.
rocks. They're painting rocks.
Mm-hmm.
They have paintbrushes, rocks. They're going around, they're collecting rocks. They have a whole fucking table. So I roll up. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? They have set up like a tablecloth across with like little tables, and like they got so creative. This, it was like massive across. They had a speaker. They had music set up. They had like a my niece, the 12-year-old, had painted this like really cool rock. It was fucking crazy. Painted it like all the way down and then wrote rocks for sale
Mm-hmm.
in like hand painted.
Mm-hmm.
They had a tip jar.
Mm-hmm.
They had pricing.
Mm-hmm.
They had drinks. They were like, it was a fucking setup. And I
Vibe.
was like, oh my God, it was unbelievable. And I've seen kids do this lemonade stands and all
Sure.
that. But they had a fucking proper shop. They wanted a float. They were like, hey, I've got $5. Can you break it? Can you get me some change? We got to throw a little money in the tip jar. I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking, what? I'm like, are we just going to the lake right now? Like, what is happening?
Uh-huh. I thought we were on
So,
vacation.
yeah. So I'm like getting ready to go to the lake. They, they're so smart. Like, there's so many things they did so well.
Mm.
Like, I even wrote a list. I was like, we need to write a fucking list on all the
Yeah.
things they did that was so business savvy, that it was so intuitive for them. And the
Mm-hmm.
reason we're even bringing this up is because there's so many entrepreneurs and creatives who have so much magic in them. They have so
Mm-hmm.
many like epic skills, their mastery at their craft. They're so brilliant, but they're terrible at business.
Mm-hmm.
And I can speak because I was one of them.
Sure.
Okay? Like,
Sure.
but like who, and also there's like the camp of like brilliant, but just sort of like don't, are overwhelmed by business.
Mm-hmm.
There's a camp of like brilliant and are like terrified of visibility and all sorts of fucking trauma and shit in their past is like the
Mm-hmm.
thing that's blocking them. Witch wounds, I mean, fucking whatever, like, right, speaking up, I mean, all this stuff we have to go through.
Yep.
But there is a camp, my friends, of brilliant creatives who are fucking lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I know that sounds judgy, and we're not
Well,
like,
it is, but
it,
you need to hear it.
it sure is.
The
We're
truth
always like,
hurts
we're always
sometimes.
like, no judgment, but it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're complaining that you don't have money. You're complaining you don't have a, where's my clients and where's all these things? I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, what are the
Mm-hmm.
things you're doing? Well,
Nothing.
so nobody knows about an offer. Nothing's posted. You have no name or title on your Instagram about what you do. You just have like dog lover. I'm like, okay, great. Or am I going to pay you for being a dog lover? Like, like,
Uh-huh.
right? Like and this is why we're being cheeky right now, and why you might be like, well, fuck you, is because there's this camp, and it's not a massive camp. It's just, well, maybe it is. There's a camp. I just heard, well, maybe there's a camp of people who want extraordinary results
Yes.
and are not even willing to do mediocre, absolutely very basic things.
Yeah, they're not even willing to do the bare fucking minimum.
Bare minimum. And this is where I think you and I have gotten a little spicy, because we're like, we just don't have any tolerance for that.
No.
If you come to us and you say, listen, these are the things I've done. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm willing to do. Here I am. Here's my solutions that I've come for myself. Can you help me or whatever? You and I will be like,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely. Like, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Right? Like, I know what it feels like to feel destabilized. I know what it feels like to be like absolutely traumatized by going online. I know what it feels like to like be humiliated and think I'm a fucking loser and I have nothing to offer. I've been through the gauntlet of all of those fears and all of those things. Like, what do people think of me? And, and codependent and people pleasing and like doormat, like all the things.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to be terrified, but I have got myself in, like, when I actually reflect back, I'm like, Christine, you opened a business. You took a $300,000 business loan with no business experience, no accounting experience, just this like, I want to help people through fitness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was like, I mean, I got my fucking ass handed to me.
Sure.
I was in no place to be employing 21 people. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I didn't have a manual. But it was just like, so when people who might get snappy and come back at us for saying this, it's like, but I've put myself in the game and I got bitch slapped, and I've done a million things, and I've had to learn. I've had to do things at like crazy hours of the night, and I've had to like go and sit there in YouTube and do things and like learn when I didn't have money, and like I, all these things. Like
Yeah.
you and I have not had it easy in our journey.
No. No.
Like it was like, oh well, here's some cash and go and do something fun with it,
Yeah.
right? Like
No.
everything has been a loan, student loans, this, that. Like I've had to, work my way through and
Mm-hmm.
learn and do really fucking hard things to get to where I am,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There has been seasons of hustle,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had seasons of burnout. Didn't work well for me. But when I watched my kids and my niece go at it and like how intuitive it was for them and how they were like doing all the right things, like they tried out, um, they tried to sell rocks when it was like, it wasn't peak time. So they had the
Mm-hmm.
rocks, they had everything set up, but it wasn't peak time. It wasn't the
Mm-hmm.
right time. So they're sitting there, it's fucking hot, they're not having any fun, and nobody's coming by. So
Yeah.
what do?
Shocker.
They fucking pivot. They come to the
Mm-hmm.
lake. We have fun. But what did they do? They fucking left all of their asses got up and they left before everyone at the lake. So most people want to stay at the lake until, the very last
Mm-hmm.
minute, drive it like it's stolen right to the end. Oh no. These
Yeah.
buggers fucking rolled out like an hour and a half early to go set up,
Mm-hmm.
brush their hair,
Yeah.
dry off,
Mm-hmm. It's
put
called
on more sunscreen.
making sacrifices for the things that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really want the success that you say that you want, you have to make sacrifices. You have to be willing to do the uncomfortable thing, the inconvenient thing, at the inconvenient time. Like, there is a period of time when you're building anything that you are going to have to hustle. Like, you are going to have to, I wouldn't say grind, but like, you're going to have to really show the fuck up. And you're going to have to be consistent in that. And you're going to have to be devotional in that. And that's going to mean doing things when your ego or your laziness doesn't want to.
Yep.
And showing up regardless. Like, not letting your feelings dictate the actions that you take. And that's different than honoring your capacity. And I think
100%.
if you and I had known that earlier on, it probably would have made a huge difference. And that's why we bring that to the women in the club. Like, we want you to play within your capacity, but we also want you to show the fuck up and not let your feelings derail you. Because let's be honest, the majority of the time, I don't feel like doing the stuff that needs to be done for the business.
Oh no.
Do I do it? Yeah, the fuck I do.
No matter
Because
what.
no
No
matter
matter
what,
what.
no matter what. And if I am like low gas in the tank, then I go handle that so that I can keep showing up for the business. I can keep making moves. I can keep doing what needs to be fucking done so that I can have the result that I want. And that goes for every area of life. It's not just business. It's for my creativity, it's in my relationships, it's with my body, it's with business. Like, it's everything. Like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so the people who are sitting around being fucking lazy and complaining that they don't have the results, well, they're not showing up in other areas of their life either. And they're complaining about not having those results either. It's called victim consciousness, and we are not a fan. And we are not going to co sign it at all. Because the thing is, just like your kids and your niece, like, there's this creative spark within them. They intuitively knew what to do. And you cannot convince me that adults don't also have that same capability. Maybe it's been conditioned out. Maybe you've got some fears and some crap on top of that true innate knowing, which is fine, normal, but it's your responsibility to clear that. It's your responsibility to alchemize that. Because if you are left you with your heart, you with your soul, like, you know what to fucking do. You're
Totally.
just not willing to do it. And if you're not willing to do it, then at least be honest about that. Like, don't lie to yourself and be like, yeah, I want it. Yeah, I'm willing to do it. And then just sit around and do jack shit.
And
Like,
blame other people.
and blame other people and blame other things outside of yourself. Like, if at the end of the day you haven't done everything you could possibly do, then you don't get to sit there and complain that you don't have the result. And like, you and I, we've, like you said, like, we had to really show the fuck up for ourselves and get resourceful. Like, there were times where neither of us had the money to invest into things. And so we had to get really smart about how do we learn the stuff that we need to learn? How do we get in the rooms that we need to get in order to be able to learn what we need to learn and do what we need to do so that we can create what we are here to create?
Fuck yeah. And bravery and courage goes a long fucking way. Those
Yeah.
are free,
Yeah.
right? But you access them and you make a bold request or you're brave or whatever it is. And like,
Mm-hmm.
fucking, like, we've shown up sick. We've shown
Mm-hmm.
up we didn't want to. Shown
Mm-hmm.
up with fucking breastfeeding. I've shown up with like all, I mean, fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
Most people be like, I'm good. And I'm like, that's fine. But the results that I'm looking for in this life
Yeah.
are
We're not just
completely off the
skating
rails.
by. Yeah.
No, no, so that it's going to be completely off the rails of, what I'm going to have to do to get there. Okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
wrote a little list. I just want to share with everyone
Okay.
and then we'll hop off soon. Okay, so some of the smart things the kids did. Okay, ready?
Cool. Love it. Give it to
They
me.
would go on break, every song they'd switch. Okay, so they'd take a break and rest from the sun because it was so hot. So
Mm-hmm.
they'd take turns so they were in an optimal state for selling. Okay, so every
Amazing.
song, they had a song on. One
Mm-hmm.
person would sit, like Eva would sit at the front of the thing
Yep.
and she'd be like, the song would go by. Brielle would be back, or like my niece or Mia would be off in the back, painting rocks,
Mm-hmm.
drinking water,
Yep.
getting their energy back.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the song changed, switch. No
Mm.
bullshit, no
Mm.
annoying. So like every one of them was in like optimal state. So they
Love
took
it.
the rest. They like listened. Okay. Lesson number 2, they kept the faith when it was super hot. They weren't selling as much. So they went out and had fun and then capitalized on the right timing. So
Yes.
they tried to sell. Apparently at one point Eva was like, oh, this is not going to work, like it's nobody going by. And then they like went in for a huddle and they were like, you know what, I think it's just the wrong timing. I think it's just
Mm.
we need to go down and have a bit of fun and we'll come back when everyone's walking back because
Yes.
everyone has to walk past our campsite
Yeah.
to get back to their place.
Yep.
So they were like, boom.
Immaculate.
They also the location of the RV camp was perfect. It's like right in the intersection. They put themselves right out there. They didn't go halfway back. They didn't hide. They were
Mm-hmm.
fucking bold. They had music. They
Visible.
100% visible. Okay, they had good fun branding. Okay, so like even the rock, everything, it was
Yeah.
fun. The rocks were fun. Right time of day, high
Mm-hmm.
volume when people leaving the beach. They worked while resting. They worked efficiently. The vibe, they had the music going, so they're setting the tone. The
Yep.
environment like matters. How they're feeling. Nice setup. If they assumed no one would buy, they wouldn't set it up as nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really important lesson is like we have an assumption and we associate things. So if we already have an expectation that we go to put an offer out or we go to do something and we're already like, well, nobody's going to buy anyways. What
Mm-hmm.
do? We show up with limp dick energy,
Limp fucking dick.
like shrivel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're like, well, nobody's going to buy anyways. So what's the point? And then we post once and we're like, nobody bought.
See?
Delete offer. See, nothing ever works. And it's like, oh my God, like, come on.
Oh,
Right?
barf.
Like, let's go. Double down
Mm-hmm.
on yourself. They did, right? Like, they set it
Take a
up. They were
fucking
like,
Viagra.
they
Let's
went
go.
all in. They went all in. Get a freezy. Get a little bit of rocket fuel. Okay. Outgoing and brave. Eva, I gotta tell you, man, she said hi to every person who walked by. Not only
Mm-hmm.
hi, but she was like, hi, we're selling rocks. Like, she was outgoing. She was like, I'm gonna be brave.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I was like, what is my child right now? Like, what is happening right now? It's like,
Yeah.
she shines. They
Mm.
kept the faith. Okay. So when people came, they went to go look. Some people bought right away.
Mm-hmm.
If they looked like they weren't going to buy, the girls would stop and they would offer customized rocks just to get the sale.
Special order.
So they customize options when the customer didn't seem interested.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where, again, it's not about completely changing our offer or like things,
No.
if ever, going with the wind. But when they were like, oh, I like that one, that person's bought, or I like this. Do you guys have any like this? They were like, you know what? We can do a custom
We
order.
can make it.
Yeah. And I was like, charge more.
Mm-hmm.
They were resourceful. They said yes, even if they didn't know how to draw the picture. Then they looked it up. So when I went back, I went to the back and the girls had little phones up and they were looking, like somebody was like, do you know how to draw this character? And before they even could say anything, she's like, yep, no problem. Total confidence. Had they ever drawn it? Never.
Nope.
So they go back, they see them, they just told the customer, it'll take, 20 minutes, come back in a half an hour. They took their time, they went over, fucking painted it. They did their, so there's so many things that they did. And then there's this lady who came by in the evening and she said to them, like, I'm going to come back later. And they were like, okay. Not really knowing whether she would or not. Anyways, we were all around the campfire. Places closed down. We're eating marshmallows. She comes back and she's like, oh, oh shoot, like sorry, I got totally sidetracked. You know, I must have missed it. And I looked at them and I was like, no, your
Close it.
shop is your shop is open. No, no, I was like, your shop is
No,
fucking
no, like
open.
close the sale
Oh,
is what I
close the
meant.
sale. Yes, yes, yes. Like I was like, go. And they were like, yeah, yeah, no problem. So they went over quick, went over, showed her the rocks, but they were like, it's past hours, so she had to buy like $10 worth of rocks. She fucking loved it. They closed a sale. So this is where
Yeah.
we were, you know, you and I were joking as well. It's like, it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
And so often we pull the plug right before the finish line,
Sure.
which was them for the day. They made that fucking extra $10. They had no idea that was coming. Everything, you know, they could have been like, okay, let's count our money and what is the verdict?
Yeah.
They were like, this lady came back. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna get off my ass. I'm gonna fucking ditch my marshmallow and I'm gonna go make money. Right? And they were just like, so all in all, you guys, they made $66
Yeah. Like
from selling
rocks.
rocks for a little afternoon. So if my kids and my niece can
It's a
go and
lot of
make that
candy.
kind of money, they can go and make that kind of money. And it was just, you know what it was? It was so empowering for them to see themselves how powerful they were and how like the fact that they're creators and they design themselves. Their parents, you know, they had like a dollar store little brush and a dollar store little paint set.
Yep.
You know, the initial investment, maybe like $5.
Yep.
So the profit on that. So when people say I can't da 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 and I have no money and I can't make this thing happen, or I really want to be in this program but I don't have the money, I'm like, so what are you going to do to go out and create
And make
that?
it. Yeah.
What are you going to sacrifice? Can you go and can you go and be a DoorDasher for this? Can you go and do this? Can you go, like, it might not be the most glamorous thing, but it's like, how bad do you want it?
Exactly.
Right? And if if you don't have it or you're not willing to go do it, you just don't value it enough yet. Or you don't see it, or you don't, or whatever the thing is, or
Believe
you
in
don't see
yourself
yourself.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
So my kids crushed it.
Yeah.
And I
So
was massively inspired. And I
be
was
more
like,
like Christine's kids.
if you can go and sell rocks, go picking up the side, then what, you know, and then go and sell
Everything's
them.
possible.
They sold, oh my God, that just reminded me. When we went to the island last time, they sold shells.
I'm so obsessed with that.
Did like moss and they had the wood and like all the. I'm gonna have to sell. I'm gonna have to. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking. I'll have to do a carousel on social media when this podcast
Yeah.
launches, just to show the like, and tell the story as well because
Yeah.
there was so much magic. There were so many lessons in it, and I was like, this is fucking brilliant. And what a great lesson for us as adults to just be like, be more like a kid. Be willing to
Yeah.
go out and be fucking cringy. Go out and like let your ego take a back seat because it's always those stories that you hear where it's like, I came from nothing, I had nothing, and then I'm here, that are most inspiring. So do not let your circumstances or wherever you are, whatever you feel like you don't have, to stop you because there's always ways to make money. My kids can literally sell free rocks. You guys can fucking go out and do something too.
100%. And that's all we have to say about that today.
And rant. We probably offended multiple people on this episode.
Well, maybe that's exactly what the ego needs, is to get a little ruffled and a little offended, and then it like wakes something up and be like, yeah, I don't want to be out hustled by an 8 and 3 and 12-year-old. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. But like, I'm a competitive person. I'm a Leo. Like, if I heard that and I was like not playing at a big enough level, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be like, there's no fucking way. Like, that's so embarrassing for me to like get out hustled by a child. Like, absolutely not.
Kelsey, do you remember our episode, Don't Get Out Hustled by a Crackhead?
Yes, yes, I do. I do. It's the same premise, but it's also like I really love when kids do this because there is this um, innocence to it, and they haven't been kind of tainted or warped by life yet, and they're just like, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, you can't tell me no. Like, there's this certainty to it. And while a crackhead does have that certainty, they know they're gonna go and do whatever they need to do to get
To go
their
get their
fucking
drugs.
hit. Yeah,
100%. And that's what I mean. Is like, we can take lessons from kids and crackheads.
100%. That's the
Right?
title of today. Lessons from kids and crackheads. You're
Well,
welcome.
I'm sure we'll be canceled multiple times on this one, but we love you
We
and give
love
us
you.
5-star review and
And we'll
subscribe.
see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating. And we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.